Welcome to the Footlocker Project. I'm your host, Mr. C, and today we're talking about dressing for success. If you're a science guy or a gal, you know that wearing a lab coat helps you protect your clothes. But if you're a military service member, it's important to also know that your clothes mean something very special. Let's talk uniforms. Uniforms are fascinating. I want you to stop and think about uniforms in your life just for a moment. Have you ever played a sport and you've been part of a team that wears a uniform? Or maybe you wear a uniform to school. Uniforms serve a specific purpose because it allows you and your team to identify that you're on the same team. You probably see military service members all the time, maybe in your community, maybe on TV, or maybe even in movies. Their uniforms tell us so much about what they do and possibly even how they got there.
The quartermaster also buys and manages the distribution of the clothing and textile material for the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps. Another example of the Defense Department's continuing effort to provide single overall management for important goods and services within our armed forces.
Check out the uniform that I'm wearing. It's from the Air Force. How do I know? It's right on my chest. Colonel Kirkpatrick actually let me borrow this so that I could use it for this video. One of the things I love most about this uniform is the color. It probably would help me if I was going somewhere specific in the world. It's camouflage. It allows me to blend in with my surroundings. The military is really fascinating because all the branches of our military have these things to identify who is wearing the uniform.
Quartermaster personnel also exercise supervision over the distribution of uniforms at Army posts throughout the world.
You can learn a lot from a military service member's uniform. Their name, their rank, the branch of government they served in, possibly awards that they may have received. All of those things are embedded and coded in what they're wearing. There's lots of science, technology, engineering, and math that goes into building and designing uniforms for our military service members.
Thus, a large part of quartermaster research is devoted to developing survival equipment for such once remote regions as the polar ice caps. Arctic chambers at Natick can duplicate the most extreme conditions which the soldier may encounter. Clothing and equipment can be tested with safety and with the laboratory controls necessary to provide reliable knowledge.
Think about where you're living for a moment. If you had to wear a uniform, what would it look like? Would it be designed for cool weather, warm weather, rainy weather, or dry weather? What components would you need to build a uniform to help you dress for success? Try designing a uniform of your own, and then join me back here for more fun with the Footlocker Project.